Hey, what's up, everybody?
Welcome back.
We are back to discuss the Patriots regular season schedule that was just released today. Um, yeah, I don't know if I haven't had a chance to even look at it until right this minute. Anyways, that's what we're going to do. So, again, nothing unusual. They've been facing the division opponents, and obviously twice each: the Jets, Buffalo, Miami. It's kind of funny that Miami is the first game of the season in July. I think the ones that did great are the ones away. I think it's funny how they always put Miami. Maybe it's just me. They always have Miami at the very beginning of the season, or in December, like at the very near the end of the season. Um, Maybe that's just me. Yeah, they're December 20th and December 13th. So
Mm,
I don't know why they do that.
there's
I mean, it's December 20th in Miami, so it won't be cold, in either game against Miami.
yeah, in this year's schedule they have there's a lot of awesome teams they're playing this year. And Buffalo's always been getting better each year.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a great season last year. The Jets have been all right.
Yeah, I think they might be a little bit better this year. That's if their quarterback stays healthy. Because when they had, what's his name, Darnell back, they definitely, you could tell there was a big difference.
Mhm.
So if he can stay healthy, maybe they'll help them improve. He just has to stay healthy.
Some other teams
Miami, I don't know if they're going to be any good or not. I know they beat the Patriots, and they beat them once last year.
I believe they
They
did.
did, because Brian Flores was the coach, and they made a big deal about how he used to be one of Belichick's coaches.
Some other great teams on there. The Ravens, who had an awesome season last year. They
Yeah,
made it in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
What's his name? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Does he still play for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're a massive threat. The Chargers. Um, you look at the 49ers. They're in Kansas City.
Yeah, they got a pretty tough schedule, it looks like. I mean, they're playing Baltimore, Seattle. The Texans are getting better in Kansas City, um, San Francisco. Um,
Who's the team? The Bird. What's that team?
that's the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
The Cardinals? Yeah,
They're
Arizona Cardinals. Um, I don't know how they're going to be this year. You never know with them. I mean, they never really they've only had a couple of years where they were really good. Last year they weren't very good.
and
But they have a young quarterback, I believe.
the Patriots need a lot of that. Honestly, with their roster right now and with the people they lost in free agency, they're not going to be good this year. I know it. And the people that they got from the draft, I mean, some of them are decent. Most aren't really. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, sometimes the Patriots, excuse me, the Patriots have drafted people that many people thought were going to be terrible. But then, when the season happens, they're like, oh, wow, this person was really good. I mean, you look at, what's his name? They got last year. What's his name? Nikhil Harry, for example. Many people are like, yeah, he's not going to be good. And, I mean, they were half right, half wrong. I mean, he was good, but he could have been better.
Yeah, I think he came on till more than halfway through the season, so he didn't really get to full speed the entire where he missed first more than half the season, and the team overall wasn't playing that well. I mean, so I don't put that all just on him. Because when he did play, he did make a difference. You could tell, especially the last few games of the season, you could tell they were trying to get him more involved. Yeah, they have a lot of tough teams. I don't know. The Chargers, they get a young quarterback now, so I don't expect them to be that good this year. Um, of course, they get who, who's this here? Who's that?
The Rams, the
Oh,
LA Rams.
I'm sorry. I was trying to remember who that was. I didn't realize.
I
Right, the
think I
logo
think
looks
that
different.
yeah, I think some teams got their logos changed this year, or their uniform numbers or whatever were changed.
Yeah, the Rams don't really impress me much. I mean, I know they lost a few key defensive guys in the offseason. I don't know how they're going to be this year. Um, what worries me is, Denver's going to be better. San Francisco's going to be better. Obviously, Baltimore, Seattle, Russell Wilson. The Texans are getting better. Kansas City. So, I mean, they have a lot of tough opponents that this coming year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean,
so,
the easiest team they probably have a good chance of beating is probably the Jets and the Raiders, but everyone else is a challenge.
yeah, well, the Raiders, I don't know about the Raiders. I mean, last year they kind of underperformed a lot last year. I don't know what happened with them. I thought they were going to be better than what they were. Um,
I mean,
I was expecting them to make it into the playoffs, and they didn't. So,
yeah, I mean they had somewhat of a decent season last year, but I mean, like you said, I mean they should have been much more better than expected. But I mean, it happens to everyone. And I mean, some people look at the team and then you look at the players and
yeah.
you look at the numbers and all that, and maybe people are like, oh, they're going to be really good. They're going to win the Super Bowl. But then as the season goes on, it's like no,
Why
that was
do
pretty
and why
bad.
do they always seem to play the same teams in the preseason? Detroit, Philadelphia, New York, and the Panthers again. Didn't they? I know they played Detroit. Pretty sure they played Detroit,
They
Philadelphia, New
did.
York last
The
year.
Giants they did, but I don't think the
It's kind of
Panthers are
strange.
the
Not that it really
people.
matters that much. Preseason doesn't mean anything. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that
see
don't.
a lot of players that don't even didn't never to make it in the NFL in the preseason.
And
Um,
and plus with a lot of these dates, I mean, obviously with the coronavirus going on, I mean, so some of these dates may get changed because of that. Because well, according to them, it's supposed to get started on time this year, but it could change because of what's going on right now with the pandemic. But obviously, Patriots, I don't think they're not going to do good. I just don't think so. I mean, yeah, they're relying on Jarrett Stidham, but the kid hasn't played a season
it's
yet.
hard to judge how they're going to be because he hasn't played any, really much, NFL football preseason and a few snaps during the regular season. He didn't do that good in regular season, but it was only like a handful of snaps, and he threw a couple of interceptions. But when you don't play a handful of snaps, it's bound to happen, especially when you're a rookie.
Hmm.
So until we see him in the preseason more, to get a better idea how he's going to be, kind of hard to tell. I mean, I'm sure they're going to dumb down the offense just like they did when Brady first started, when Castle was there. I mean, do these, sweep or toss passes, use the running game to try to make it easier on. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
I don't have a good feeling about it either. I don't think, I'm assuming they'll be lucky if they're 8-8. But that's just
I
my
think
feeling
I
on it.
think they're gonna go 7-8 or 8-8.
I
But
mean,
the closest chances of a playoff run, I would probably either say they'll make it at least close to the wild card of the first round, but otherwise they're not going far.
yeah, I mean, the reason they'll make it into the playoffs, I think, is if the AFC East does what they always do, they implode, and every team ends up being terrible. But the Patriots with a rookie quarterback and their receivers, really kind of being unknown at this point.
Hmm.
The only thing they get that's still consistent with last year is their offensive line and their running game. I mean, defensive, but I'm referring to the offense. I mean, that's offense. They don't know what Harry's gonna be like if he's going full speed at the beginning of the season. Um, if they get Myers back, so, and I know they lost a few guys in the offseason, like Dorsett. Um, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this team until they see him in the preseason. I'm not expecting a lot, which is fine because they were on top for 20 years. I mean, they eventually get a start someplace. So if they lose, for a couple of seasons, so be it. But you needed to kind of move on and start over, and you knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, I mean, eventually Brady's run is gonna come to an end soon because with the age he's at, I mean, it was just time for him to move on because he obviously told Belichick and Kraft, it's like I've been with the organization for 20 years. I mean, it's just time to move on. You guys have to restart over
Yeah,
because then eventually Belichick's days as coach is going to come to an end. Kraft is going to eventually step down and retire.
yeah.
So a lot of
Well,
new
Kraft's not going to retire. He's the owner of the team. He'll just pass it down to his son.
Jonathan Kraft.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to stay in their family, so I'm not concerned about the ownership.
Yeah, but a lot of new faces on the team this year. A lot of
Yeah,
new
we're going to see
faces.
how it goes. Drafted didn't exactly go how I was expecting it to. So I don't know what they're going to do between now and beginning of the season. I mean, who knows if some players emerge in the preseason that we never heard of, which is it's not unlikely. I mean, that's bound to happen. There's got to be some players that can suddenly come out of nowhere.
I agree.
I mean, like what was that kid who went to Detroit? Trey Flowers.
Yeah.
It'd be fantastic. I forget what round they got him. It was one of the later rounds, I believe. I'd have to look it
And
up.
who else? What's the and Malcolm Butler? He went there too, didn't he?
No, he went to Tennessee.
Oh, that's right.
So I mean, they've. I mean, Brady 6th round. I mean, it's hard to say really. I mean, I'm very curious what's going to happen this year. I like the when the Stidham and Myers combination, and they were expecting them to do great things with Harry, but again, until Stidham's in the spotlight out there every game, what it's like can be hard to tell what he's going to be like. Can he handle the pressure? Is he going to play well? Is it going to be a terrible quarterback like Hoyer? I'm sorry, he's garbage. I don't know why they even have him.
Yeah.
If he ends up like a Hoyer where he just can't win or is not accurate or whatever, it's going to be a very long season. But again, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be positive, and even if they went 8-8, I'd be happy with that. Or if they were 9-7, I mean, as long as they had a winning season, I'd be okay with that. If they would lose a season, I suppose it's not the end of the world. We've had so many good years. I can't complain, but it still would be annoying to watch them lose. I mean, over and over and over again. But who knows?
Mm-hmm. I agree with
trying
you.
to wait to see what happens. But this schedule is definitely going to be tough for them. I mean, Baltimore. I know they'll both get destroyed by Baltimore and the Texans and Kansas City. So in San Francisco, so that's going to be at least 4 losses right there.
Do they have a lot of night games too? Oh yeah, they have a lot of night games too.
Yeah.
Not really 1 o'clocks. 8:30. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So but they're not going to play Tampa Bay until next year. Um,
That's going to be an interesting
I mean, Tampa Bay fans are great. It's good for them, but he's only going to play for 2 more years, and then they're going to be right back where they were. So, or enjoy it while they can. I'm just saying. I mean,
and Gronk's only there for a year.
Yeah, I mean, he said he's only going to play for a couple more years, so then you're going to start all over again. You go back to looking for a quarterback yet again. So, but whatever.
Enjoy while you can.
Yeah. I think that's about it. All right, I think we'll wrap this one up. If you guys like this video, give us a like and subscribe.
Until wax time.
So saying that next time, people.